And then the other thing is bots making bots. I'm still having that debate with a lot of people. But if truly bots making bots is an actual thing, like humanoid bots can actually make other humanoid bots, then that can also ramp up much faster than we've ever seen any kind of product ramp up.
That's right. Yeah. So here on the next page then is the revision as of today, January 10th. And so factoring in the 4,000 that Elon said for 2025,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going with the 100,000 still and the million for 2027. 100,000 for next year, a million for 2027, and then ramping up from there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, as we'll see in a second, I think these numbers are still very conservative, but let's just go through this first. Now I'm at 320 million cumulative bots deployed by
There you go.
2035.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so I've
Mm-hmm.
increased it from 208 to 320.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see I've added a column for the annual profit per bot in the middle there. And I've gone from 50,000 down to 10. So initially they're going to be highly profitable because of the demand from certain industries where there's a shortage of labor, right? They'll be very profitable. And then I'm assuming just $10,000 in profit per bot by 2035. I think it still could be a lot higher than that, but this is a conservative number.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can see then from 2026, you're looking at 5 billion in profit growing up to 3.2 trillion by 2035. And then you apply a PE ratio to those earnings numbers. And I've increased my PE ratio in the early years from 100 to
Mm-hmm.
starting at 200. Because if you have a business that's growing at, 500%, 300% a year for a while, your PE is
He's
going to
gonna
be through the roof.
should skyrocket. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so by 2026, you get to $1 trillion of value just in the bots. And then 2027, it's 7 trillion in value. The potential value increase year by year is staggering,
Mm-hmm.
even using these numbers, which I think actually are low. And I'll show why in a second.
Yeah. So if this happens, and of course we have no idea what's going to happen, but theoretically, if the investment community recognizes after Tesla's already creating 50 to 100,000 bots, they'll recognize that this deserves a 180 P ratio, and this is $1 trillion, and so we're currently at $1 trillion market cap now. Theoretically, the company should double by 2026, and then in 2030, which is a nicer number, I think, to look at the you're you're gonna like almost here 2031 $1 trillion in profit, so the value could be 102, not just I know 1 trillion, so it's like that's like 100 times.
It's a big jump, isn't it?
No,
And
wait,
I've got the PE ratio
10
coming down. You can see over time
1,000,
from
that's
200
100
down to
times.
50. It's 100 times. Yeah,
I know, is that 10 times or 100 times? 100
it's
times,
100
dude.
times.
Okay.
So I've constructed this in a way that if people want to take this and run their numbers, they can. You could change the PE ratios to whatever level makes you comfortable, cut them in half if you want,